Well, for us, it was a good win, but that was what the goal was, period. Too many penalties offensively, can't turn the ball over. But really, besides one, I think we came out of that unscathed. Got a week to get better and start working on Minnesota. So, for us, our operation, we need to keep going faster with the offense. You need to get the ball to the official. We need to get it out. We need to catch some balls. And there's a lot of things. But I told him going into the game, all I care about was win. Start the new season, get out. The other one's gone. And get 1-0 and go about our business, and we did that.
Boykin goes most of the game, Coach. What do you think of his performance?
Good, again, what he can do is when it's not open, it's hard to catch. He's a great athlete back there, so but as a generally around the offense, we dropped a sure touchdown, Aaron Green did, on a wheel to the back, and but as a general, I thought he did good.
How long ago did y'all make the decision that y'all were going to go with him to start?
Not till after the scrimmages, like we said. He was 31 of 40. They were really close in practices. But in scrimmages against number one D we did it, he was like 31 of 40. I think maybe one pick, 3 or 4 touchdowns. So I still have a lot of confidence in Matt Jokel. I mean, to get through the season, you need to. So that's where we are with things.
Did you like where you put the ball to these guys?
Oh yeah, I did. The key is don't throw interceptions and threw touchdowns. Trayvon did. We didn't throw the ball when it came to that was concerned. I don't know what the ratio was. We had 2. How many did they give us? 3 or 4.
You said the offense needed to get quicker and faster.
Yeah, the whole procedure, getting the ball to the officials got to get it caught. They got to get it down. We need to get it snapped. I mean, we had times where they weren't close to being lined up, and we want to snap the football. That's what this offense is all about. So our operation needs to keep getting better and better and better and better. I mean, as far as that's concerned, and that's the great part about it is we didn't play our best football tonight. I told you guys about Colby Listenby, and you kind of looked at me, and now maybe you'll blame me, and he's fast. Yeah, but we have other guys who can go catch the football and do some things, and so we just need to keep moving forward.
Your secondary seemed to play pretty well tonight, giving up only 56 yards, but they also had pretty good coverage that allowed Eubank to...
No, I was upset. We were at the number one thing I was not happy with was the quarterback scrambling. Of their 87 yards rushing, I think he had, let's look at it here, he had 64 with losses. They had losses on some sacks, but 64 yards rushing with it. Most of it, there's nobody open, he's running. So we've got a lot of quarterbacks that can run in our league. We've got to be able to control people. Kenley, you got to tackle. Number one, we needed to tackle his legs, and our safeties and corners did a better job of tackling than our front did, and our linebackers. But, we were satisfied with it.
How about your offensive line?
It's always hard to tell in the first game, but, I mean, we played, 12, 13, 14 guys tonight, so I think we'll just keep getting better. The great part was it was humid, it was sultry, and they ran, I don't know how many plays we ran. We ran 80, what were we? Total, you guys see it in front of me? 96 plays, and they probably played 70 some of them. So for us, you get yourself in shape and you keep moving forward, and we get a chance to come back tomorrow and correct, and then move forward.
To say nothing of the fact a perfect 7-7 in the red zone and taking it in.
The one place we weren't very good at tonight, I see here, is we weren't very good in third downs. But about half of those, you're not going to be very good in 3rd and 15. I think one was like 3rd and forever, like 40 or something. I mean, you just can't. You can't go backwards in this offense. It's not part of the deal.
Punt return situation. Had a couple guys back there that both fumbled.
Yeah.
Get another guy back there, or just
Nope, they'll be fine.
hitters?
I mean, one guy hit pretty good. He came out of the ball game. The other guy, we didn't lose the ball on the one, so You gotta keep getting better at it.
Were you satisfied with your defensive line, especially Mike?
I think so. You know, I told them that they got over 100 yards, we're going in pads tomorrow. And they started out the third quarter, the fourth quarter with 90-some, they ended up with 80-some. So I guess we won't go in pads tomorrow.
How much do you think a game like this helps you guys? Because they didn't huddle either, so do you think that prepares you guys for?
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of mistakes. You know, we had a couple guys cramped, and you know, your body never lies. So you find out who really practiced hard and who didn't practice hard. So your body never lies when it comes to this kind of offense. But as a general rule, I thought we did pretty well. Again, I just go back to the quarterback scrambles. That's the part on defense we can't do a good job. Really, we didn't have anybody behind us. They fooled us on one pass that we work on. They changed up how they had been doing their fly motion in the pass they did off of it. They had been running everybody vertical, and they took everybody on a wheel, and they ran the fullback vertical, and our free safety didn't see it. And outside of that, you know, there wasn't really a lot of surprises for us.
You had already been telling us about what you thought of Mike Tuiwa coming into this game. How would you evaluate his performance tonight?
Who?
Tuiwa.
Yeah, I mean, all four of them. I mean, you know, really, our defensive line, we're going to play 8 guys. And I think maybe we played more than that tonight. We might have played 9 with Bryson. So, 10. So you got to get guys in. We played everybody in the secondary 1 and 2. I wanted to get in Torrance Mosley, and then the offense kept the ball the whole time. He was our fourth corner that we were trying to get in the ball game. So
What were you basing your timing on changing the quarterbacks tonight?
well, I asked him in the first half, and the key was they weren't happy with Trayvon with some throws, and they wanted him to settle down. And at the end of middle of the second quarter, and they wanted to keep him in because they wanted more experience with it. So I asked him about what they wanted to do, and that's what they based it off of.
Coach, 2 weeks off, how does that affect your plan?
Well, I think not much. Early, when you have 2 weeks, when you have a get better week, early in the year, it's you got to be careful because you go good on good, and you got a chance to get somebody hurt, so you got to be careful about that because you got to do some of that. And then we'll work on. We're more veteran on defense, but you'll still do the same things that we have been doing.
Third time having success against Pat Sullivan. Did he show you anything tonight that maybe you have not seen before as defensive coordinator back in the day?
As an offensive coordinator,
I'm sorry, offensive.
no, they pretty much ran the offense. Besides the one play that they had. You know, obviously they hadn't gone as fast as, you know, but we had heard they'd visited Baylor. We saw some formations that are Baylorish. So we did some corrections. We knew that they went this spring and studied them, so we kind of talked about them so they happened. But outside of that, it was pretty normal.
What did you see out of 2 hours technique that let him get the pass?
You know, it's always reality somewhere in between. They had a new left tackle. Mike gets off the ball well. You know, he had sacks last year. You know, he played last year, so did Latham, and I think you're going to see those guys. Latham, this was the first 2 days he's made it through since he's been here, going into his junior year. So we gave him an award. So, but outside of that, you know, I think you're going to see. They're pretty much even. Latham's more of a 280, 290 guy that is really explosive. When he gets his legs back, he's going to be another guy out that edge. You know, we might even flip-flop McFarland and Latham, and so we get 2 explosive guys plus 2 smart guys, how they play things on other. That's one of the things about having a week like this is you can kind of evaluate a little bit more of where you need to move your team around, comparably to going right into game plan starting on Sunday. And so.
Your left tackle had a couple of penalties.
Yes.
Can you talk about him?
One, he was supposed to cut, and they called a chop, and the other one, he held the guy. Can't hold him, can't chop him. I mean, but key to us, again, he's 360, they played 70-some plays, and they're going to play themselves into shape. Can't go backwards if you want to get done what you need to get done.
Do you buy the theory that,
Fine, Mark.
do you buy the theory that if the team's going to improve, it never improves as much as it does between first game and second game?
Well, there's, you know, in those first 3 or 4, It depends on how you handle it and how you do it. You know, there's positives to be like Minnesota. They're going to play another ball game this week. And there's positives to do it the way we're going to do it. So we've got to do it to where it helps us more. That's what you got to believe.
Coach, your first 2 drives, scoring drives covered 3 minutes and 20 seconds basically. How was it for you personally to be on that side and see your offense scoring at that?
How many plays did they run? We had 9.
Well, they took 13 plays to score. Your offense did.
I know, but how many plays did they run?
Oh, I'm not sure.
We had 90. How many did they have? 70?
67.
67? That's pretty much average. You know, if we score, I don't care. I think Coach Meacham will tell you the same thing. If you're not scoring, then you got to get first downs. You got to hold the ball. You know, that's one of the fallacies behind this offense is, yeah, you want to be a quick strike offense and score points. But on the other side of it is that it can be just like I keep telling you, like the triple option. It's not a quarterback pitch. Many times you saw Tyson Lenina catch a 5-yard route, turn it into an 8-yard gain, go back in the huddle. I mean, it's one of the things comparably too is, you know, you're not having to be as physical inside the trenches. You know, I don't know if you see as many people get hurt, banged up. I still felt like, you know, for us where we were first ball game, when we did want to run the football, all 4 tailbacks carried the football tonight. And that was good for us because I think it's going to be in. We needed Trey Johnson to be our physical 230-pound back, and he showed he could be that a little bit, even though it was at the end of the game. It's good for him to get the ball. We didn't turn the ball over at running back, which I thought was a positive. You know, we turned the one over in the punt return, and then we had the one that was the interception outside of that. And that's one of the things, too, that the quick offense does. If you're not set, teams that aren't ready for you, they're not game tackling because you're not having as many turnovers and doing some things. So
Tonight, Jaden Obercrom sets a record for most consecutive point after attempts made. What has he meant for you in this program, his time here?
as long as he keeps making them, it's great. You know, it's kickers and punters are always good. You know, Ethan's been punting the whole 2 days like you saw him punt tonight. He's just been moving them. I don't know what the difference is. Whatever it is, he needs to keep doing it. Jaden, the key for him is he's one of those guys I told him he shouldn't come in until the game week, because he started out kicking the ball well in 2 days, and then the longer he goes, he outthinks himself, and then we got to go talk to a kicking coach because he's all screwed up, and then by the time we get to game day, we get it all straightened back out. But, you know, it's obviously when you have a weapon that you cross, when you get inside of 60 yards, you got a guy that can kick it. And then kickoffs tonight. When you don't have to worry about them returning a kick. For example, they finally did return one, and I think they had 1 or 2 guys that carried off the field. I mean, that means you're not having to worry about that's one more play. Somebody's not getting hurt over a season. It's unbelievable. So, and he kicked it out both against the win and with the win tonight. So that's a big plus.
Can you tell if this will be a good takeaway defense for you?
Now, well, usually older defenses are in camp. In 2 days, our safeties have 35 picks. I don't know what that means. In 2 days they did. So they knew at least they can catch them when we throw them. Good thing we're not playing against each other. So but we'll see better, obviously. You know, they were a playoff team. If you look at the history, they played Arkansas tight last year. Back in 11, they played Auburn tight. We had a little bit more to play for tonight than maybe those teams did. And last year, Arkansas had a new head coach. And so for us, it was all about making sure that we played TCU the way we need to play TCU. You need to know where we were at and what we need to do, and then go from there. And that's we felt like. I think as an overall, I told them all I could. That's all I told them downstairs. There's some things we got to correct, and I told you all I wanted to do was win. We've been going since last November. We had to live with 4-8, and now we're 1-0. So we're just going to live with that right now. And you know, watching tonight, I'm watching Oklahoma State. When I was downstairs before I came up, you know, there's a lot of good football teams in this league, and you know we got to keep getting better. And so But I think we got a chance to do that. So I think we're gonna grow up in the secondary, we're gonna grow up in our front on defense. Our younger guys are gonna keep getting better. I think you're gonna have an opportunity for our wide receivers to keep getting better and our offensive line to keep getting better. And Trayvon and Matt keep running the offense and getting better. And as long as we keep the reps at a minimum, I think you're gonna see our running backs get better, as long as we keep them healthy. And so that's the whole key going in. Over the last 2 years, our problem's been is we've been beat up. And so for us, to have an opportunity every time we get through a game that we get our whole team back and we go forward, I think it's a positive.
Any last question for Coach? We have the players ready for him.
How'd you evaluate run blocking, especially in the red zone tonight?
And I think pretty good. I have to go, I'll look at it tomorrow morning. Or tonight, they'll put it on my iPad and I'll take it home, so.
Thanks, Coach.
See ya.